From Love Island USA Season 7, who is Huda Mustafa? Huda Mustafa stormed into our lives on Love Island USA Season 7, flipping everyone's expectations and cementing her status as this generation's reality TV anti-hero. From the moment she stepped into the villa, she was incendiary, sharp-tongued, emotionally unfiltered, and entirely unapologetic. Within days, she became the villain viewers couldn't stop watching or arguing about. Her blow-up with Jeremiah Brown, a coupling gone toxic in real time, spiraled into one of the most intense emotional meltdowns the series has ever aired. Producers debated stepping in for her mental health, while fans online launched full-blown campaigns either defending or demolishing her. But what makes Huda Mustafa and Love Island Season 7 unforgettable isn't just the chaos, it's her unexpected pivot. Surviving multiple eliminations, reclaiming her narrative in Casa Amor, and earning both vitriol and praise from millions, she's turned into a pop culture flashpoint. In June 2025, Huda Mustafa and Love Island Season 7 aren't just watercooler talk, they're a mirror of our social media rage, of our collective obsession with flawed, female complexity, of the new rules and risks of modern fame. Who is Huda Mustafa from Love Island USA Season 7, and why is she causing a stir? Huda Mustafa, from entrance to emotional fallout. Huda Mustafa didn't just walk into Love Island USA Season 7, she took over the frame. A 24-year-old fitness trainer and single mom from North Carolina, Huda was immediately magnetic. Her confidence was unmistakable, her intentions crystal clear. She was here to find a real connection, not just flirt her way to finale week. From the jump, she coupled up with Jeremiah Brown and locked in, emotionally, mentally, and, as it turned out, dangerously fast. What followed wasn't a love story, but the rise of a reality TV character so polarizing that she's now being dubbed one of the best villains the franchise has seen in years. While Huda dove headfirst into challenges and declared herself off the market, her jealousy surfaced early, lashing out at Amaya for kissing Jeremiah during a challenge, throwing shade at Iris Kendall, and confronting any woman who dared step too close. The pressure mounted as viewers and fellow Islanders began to recoil. Huda, meanwhile, withheld critical truths, like the fact she had a 4-year-old daughter, from Jeremiah until episode 3. When she did share it, his muted response ignited something deeper in her: fear, frustration, and ultimately, fury. By episode 13, after America recoupled Jeremiah with Iris, Huda melted down completely. Her rage was unfiltered, her sadness palpable. She cursed Jeremiah for not checking on her after the vote and spiraled into a state that had fans divided and producers worried. Off-screen, Huda's ex-partner Noah Shelline pleaded with the internet to stop the hate, warning that the backlash could affect both Huda and their daughter's mental health. Fellow former contestant Daniela Ortiz-Garcia added fuel to the conversation, suggesting that sleep deprivation and emotional pressure could be triggering Huda's deterioration. This wasn't just reality TV mess, it was something rawer, more human, and undeniably captivating. Love her or not, Huda wasn't there to blend in. She was there to be unforgettable. The meme queen, how a meltdown became a moment. Just when it seemed Huda Mustafa's Love Island run might crash and burn, the internet did what it does best: flipped chaos into content. Episode 12 birthed a now iconic moment when Huda told fellow Islander Nick that she's a mommy. His confused reply, "Mom of what?"
A dog.
Led to a perfectly awkward exchange that has spiraled into one of the most viral memes of 2025. The "I'm a mommy" meme exploded across TikTok, X, and Instagram. People are using the audio to joke about their pets, old buildings, even skincare routines. Celebrities like Lily Reinhart, Matt Rogers, and Bowen Yang all jumped in. Even Megan Thee Stallion recreated the scene with host Ariana Madix, cementing its place in meme canon. And just like that, Huda went from being the internet's villain to its momentary obsession.
It's easy to see why.
The scene was equal parts hilarious and tragic. Huda wasn't in on the joke. She was just being honest. That unfiltered sincerity, laced with confusion and pride, captured something rarely seen in reality TV: vulnerability wrapped in absurdity. It wasn't polished, and that made it gold. Beyond the laughs, the meme also served to soften Huda's image. Viewers began reevaluating her. Was she emotionally reactive, or simply overwhelmed? Was she villainous, or just human? The moment reframed her in public imagination, not just as the season's antagonist, but as a symbol of modern womanhood, messy, intense, memeable. And for a split second, she wasn't the girl beefing with bombshells. She was the girl who broke the internet by announcing her motherhood to a man who thought she owned a pug. The culture war around Huda Mustafa. As Huda Mustafa's emotional spiral intensified on Love Island USA Season 7, the show entered uncharted territory, and so did its producers. In an unprecedented move, Peacock aired a mid-episode anti-bullying PSA during one of the season's most volatile episodes. The warning came just before airing scenes of Huda's emotional breakdown following the Jeremiah Iris recoupling. The message urged viewers to be mindful of their online behavior, a clear response to the flood of backlash and targeted hate Huda had started receiving. Shortly after, host Ariana Madix addressed the situation on After Sun, asking fans to stop doxing Huda and reminding them that Islanders are real people, not just fodder for entertainment. She called out the cruelty online and said what Huda was going through deserved compassion, not abuse. Off-screen, things escalated further. Noah Schelline, the father of Huda's daughter, posted on TikTok, urging fans to consider the impact their comments might have on Huda's mental health and their child's future. He clarified he wasn't defending her behavior, but wanted people to think twice before piling on. Adding to that, Daniela Ortiz Garcia, a former contestant from Season 6, posted her own TikTok expressing concern. She said Huda looked not mentally there and hinted that the constant emotional strain and sleep deprivation could be affecting her more than viewers realized. Despite this, Huda remained in the villa. Even after producers reportedly considered pulling her from the show, a rumor that circulated widely following her episode 13 breakdown, she continued to appear, albeit in a visibly more subdued and emotionally fragile state. The show made no on-air mention of mental health support behind the scenes, but her reduced screen time and softer edit in following episodes suggested the situation was being managed with more caution. For the first time in the show's history, a contestant's mental health became an active part of the season's narrative, not as a sidebar, but as a consequence of the audience's reaction. And at the center of it all, Huda Mustafa, a reality star caught between performance and pressure. Finally, who is Huda Mustafa, and what happens next? At this point in Love Island USA Season 7, one thing is clear. Huda Mustafa isn't just another contestant, she's the storyline. A fitness trainer, single mom, and unapologetically intense Islander, Huda has become the most talked-about personality of the season. She's cried on national television,